Okay, so you're gonna have to forgive me. It's a little early in the morning, but I am recording this and I'm gonna throw it up on YouTube. It's basically my build for the ship that I'm calling the High Seraph. I did name another um, ship this High Seraph, but this is basically my final version of the High Seraph. Just give it a little spin around, then we'll go up underneath. As you can tell, everything's pretty sleek, pretty smooth. It's got high reactor, high drive. It's all got. If you notice on the two wings, it has uh, EM weapons. Then up top, it has another two EM weapons, and then it has two turrets on the side. The turrets are auto turrets. I don't know if you know about auto weapons. You can't fire them. They'll fire on their own. You just have to have the weapon powered up, and once they get a lock on, they have a certain range to them. Like if you look right there on the wing weapon closest to me there, that's a turret. I don't know if you have learned about auto weapons yet, but I use just two weapons and then the auto weapon. I don't use the third weapon. A lot of this is Stroud. There's some Deimos thrown in there. There's some Nova thrown in there. The color scheme, unfortunately, if you look at the slopes, these two like Tayo slopes that are right here, they don't change colors at all. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or what, but they don't change colors at all. That's why I kind of have the color scheme the way it is, the gray and the gray and the white and the blue. That's why I have that color scheme quite like that, is so it looks like it's not, fucked up. Alright, so let's go inside this big ass motherfucker, because it is a beast, let me tell you. Now, this is the actual ship from the outside when you're coming in. Like I said, she's a beast. Now, you can't get up under this part of the ship, okay? You can only really get where the landing gear is on the ground. So, hence, the only ways to get to the ship from the front is you have to come down this way and come through here. You can't actually get up under a lot of this. This is the only place that you can get, is you have to go up through there. Otherwise, you have to go all the way around the back of the ship and either come like to the side of this or come straight through. And this is where the bay is. It's in the center of the ship facing back. Alright. And as you can see directly in front of me, that's the docking bay. So this would be exactly the same coming in from the docking bay. If you look on bottom of my ship, right there next to my landing bay, right there in front, you can see that little slim thing there. That's my dock. It's the slim docking port. I think you can get it from Stroud. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%. I bought this ship with it already on it, so I didn't have to really mess with it. Okay, so this is the bottom floor. We'll go through it floor by floor. This place is pretty massive. This is a Stroud all-in-one. Going through here, got some beds. Up front there's the cockpit, but we're gonna wait to go up there simply because it's. I'm gonna go through this 4x4 first. As you can see, very very nice. This is a 3x1 hab that you can get from Stroud. It is a Stroud all in one. So got basically a little dining area, little galley, basically everything you would need. Little bit of storage. I think there's like a little, yeah, there's a storage, no. I thought there was a storage crate in here. Yes, there is, right here. There's a small little storage crate in here. So if you wanted to like store some shit in here, you could. It doesn't count for the cargo and the ship as well, so you can do that. It's pretty cool. All right, so we'll go to this side first. This side is, I believe it's Deimos Engineering. It's a 2x2 hat. It's my engineering thing. This is also a 2x2 hat. And you also have some storage in here as well. If you want to store some shit. Okay, to the left side on the far end over here, we have a workshop. This is a Teo workshop. The way it's designed, Teo has these designs that they can do where they don't have side doors, and this is what this is it doesn't have any side doors. The only way in would be either through the top, the bottom, or through the front. I did that so that it wouldn't allow you to access the other room next to it, because it would look a little weird for you to have access to the other room next to it. So this is designed, you can really only get in this room from the front. The other room on this other side is also designed that way. And like I said, on the far side here, the far right side, have an infirmary. This is also Teo Infirmary. We got research station here. There's a pharmaceutical lab in the back. This is why you would put it on your ship. There's a way that you can manufacture Aurora, which is the best method I've found making money late game. I don't think I have it right now. I think you have to do the quest. But there's a quest that you can do to get the formula for Aurora, and you can make it on your ship. And instead of having to smuggle it, you can go to a planet like New Atlantis, go inside your ship, make a whole bunch of Aurora, and then go sell it to the trader. Alright, come back through engineering. Alright, we gotta go directly across. If you're looking at the ship, this is where I came in at. This is where the dock's at. On that side. Up there would be the cockpit. Alright, so coming in here, I have armory. And it's a nice little armory. I have a Starborn armor on that right now. I'm wearing very good armor. I just store it in here. You are actually coming in at a good time, because there was a thing that these were glitched out, and you'd lose the shit that was on them. Now they don't, but so you should be thankful for that. And this is a Nova Galactic armor, 2x1. So it's 1 wide, 2 long. Nice little armory. Okay, and then coming back behind the armory, you'll come into the brig. I believe this is a Deimos brig. And I have one brig over there, one brig over here, some security cameras, little chair for the person who's here, some ammo, and good things about these tabs, like this kind of stuff. Like, see, I have an ammo case here, and then I have a statue case here. I'm not sure if I can actually access the statue case? No, I can't. But I do have storage there, and I have caught some of my crew members sleeping on these beds. I don't know why, because trust me, when you go around the rest of my ship, there's plenty of places for them to sleep. I don't know why they would come in the brig to sleep, but I guess it is what it is, right? All right, so coming off of that was the first armory, right? You come in here, and then you come in here into the brig, right? Well, you come over across from the other side here. You have another. Now, technically, this is an armory. This is a Teo armory. Okay, technically. All right, but for the purposes that I'm using it for, the way that it's designed, it serves as more as like a holding cell, an extra holding cell for the brig, kind of like an extension, because it has its own. It's technically an armory, but it looks kind of like a mini brig to me, so I kind of added it on as like this extra little brig thing, maybe like an extra holding cell. Since now that makes I have 3 holding cells in my brig, and then this will be the armory. All right. So in order to get to the second floor, I have to go through the cockpit. You'll notice this.
It's nice to
Very
see
cool
you.
cockpit. One of my favorite cockpits. As you can see, coming in the cockpit, it has a double stack cockpit. Yes, it's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, the entrances to this cockpit are those 2 right there. When you attach it on the front of your ship, it'll be a double tiered entrance, but its only entrance is right here, but it takes up 3 spaces total. But the only 2 entrances into it are right here in the middle. Okay, and this would be the cockpit. Very, very roomy, very, very nice. Good wide open area. Now, if you come over here, you have your. Actually, it's on the other side, isn't it? Yep, it sure as like is. Here's your cargo hold. The armory's right there. If you don't know what that is, then don't worry about it for now. But there's the armory for this cockpit. There's the captain's locker. If you want to keep shit in there. All right, so coming out of the cockpit, you come in the bottom from where we were in engineering, and the Stroud all-in-one, and then engineering and the brig onto floor 2. Coming back behind the cockpit, you'll come into the Deimos battle station. 2x1 or a 2x2 hat. So if you can tell it's a 2x2 because this would be where a ladder would be if they would need it. This would be a ladder B if they need it. This would be a ladder, and this would be a ladder. But this is basically like computer station, and it's got a navigation console in it. It's not bad. Pretty nice. It's just got crew stations in it, which add to the general size or the general crew members of your ship. All right, so coming off of there, I have this little 2x1 hab here. Just a little computer core. I thought it'd be a nice addition to the battle stations. Same general premise here. It's just more stations for people to work at. And considering how many habs I have here, I need stations because I have a lot of habs. Trust me, you have not even begun to see yet. All right, so back behind that. The battle stations, you have living quarters. This is a 3x1 Deimos living quarter. Deimos is the only one that has a 3x1 living quarters. As you can see, got a nice little galley here, a couple of beds, workout equipment, table, couple little side tables. Another galley.
It's always good to see a friend.
That's one of my crew members. I hired her in Sidonia. Okay, and that's it for this floor. This floor is the smallest of my floors. Um, the next floor is pretty massive at the third floor. So coming into this is behind. You notice if you're getting lost, cockpit was here, right? Came straight back. Ladder is here. Come up out of the ladder. Ah, no, don't fall no. Into this, I believe, is a Hope Tech. I believe it's Hope Tech. I'm not sure. No, it's a Nova. No, wait. Hold up. I can't see inside. It does look like it's a Hope Tech. This is a Hope Tech 2x3 mess hall, which means 2 back, 3 across. Nice big mess hall. Little side area here. Mess hall. And like I said, this is going to be the biggest area of my ship. And there's a nice little storage area here as well. Nice little chill out, watch some TV. Play some video games, maybe. Alright. Surely they got video games this far in the future, right? Okay, so there is no way to go anywhere else other than on this floor except if I go down there. That's the only way to get back down the other floor. So keep that in mind. Mess hall is your kind of hub of the third floor because it's kind of big. Okay. So first off, I don't know why the door to my room is open, but first off, coming back behind the the main kitchen area here, right, where they cook and shit. Because this is a galley, you can actually cook on it. Like this is a cooking station. You can craft this in an outpost as well. But I have one on my ship because it's in my galley. All right, going back in here. This now, I'm gonna be very clear about this. I'm not sure which living quarters is which. Okay, so if I misquote and I tell you the wrong living quarters, just know I have every single 2x2 living quarters possible to get in the game in this ship. So, just take that into note. Like, all of my living quarters, other than the 3x1 that's on the second level behind the cockpit, other than that one, all of my living habs are 2x2. So this is the first 2x2 living hab. I believe this is a demo. I believe this is a Stroud. I believe this is a Stroud living 2x2. Put some windows on the side. Nice little chill out area. Now the next one looks very similar. It's I believe Deimos, which is I'm pretty sure the same style, just different color palette. So, little bathroom over here, by the way, if you haven't noticed that. The little chill out area. Pretty much the same thing as the last one, except different color palette, but kind of huge barracks there. That's just two of them. So as you can see, they're
I'm
kind of
glad to see you
offshoot.
looking well.
You come into here and there's this little central area, and then you go in that room and that room. So they have two little barracks here. All right, and that's behind this galley. To go back to the galley, ooh, that's the closet. All right, so going back to the galley, we're not gonna go in there yet. The one door that's fucking open because people keep like to go into my fucking room. Anyway, um, off to this side, you have two more living habitats. Over here, this is a Nova. This is my favorite one, honestly. It's like got a tool table in it. It's got some of the Stroud and Deimos ones tend to not have beds, which I don't really like. That's kind of like defeats the purpose of a living quarters, right? You have a fucking bed in. All right, so this is Nova Galactic 2x2 living quarters. I know this one by heart because this is my favorite one. This is one I use on a regular, but for this ship, I've used it as well. All right. Come back in the galley. Another door here. This is a Teo all-in-one. This is not exactly a living quarters. It doesn't say living quarters. It's Teo all-in-one, 2x2. As you see, very, very nice. This is what I would probably like for intensive purposes. The way I would set this up is that this would be like a guest suite. This would be for people that like I'm escorting somewhere, VIPs, blah blah blah, right? Because they'd have four little bed areas here, right? And then they'd have their own little galley if they wanted it, right? And then they'd have their own little bathroom. They'd be able to, you know, just chill in comfort without having to access the rest of the ship. You know, just bathroom. You know, they could just chill here. And then this would be like more of like a lounge style. This would be like maybe first mate's quarters. I think that this would probably be effective like first mate's quarters since there's only like one bed in here, right? And it's got all this nice open earth. This would be like a first mate's quarters, right? And then you go to the other side, back behind the thing. This would be crew barracks, right? This would be where my crew would fucking chill out, you know? In here and then in here. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be like a cool setup, like in my head. All right, and then the final room up on the third floor. If you come back into the mess hall here, my main hub area. Oh no, I'm not in the mess hall. This can get confusing. All right, mess hall. All right, cool. All right, last room. Those are like the little crew barracks, guest barracks, all that good shit. All right, so now this is my barracks. A lot of times I like to have. A lot of times I find crew members in here sleeping in my fucking room. But this is a Tayo. For the sake of, I wanted this just to be by itself. I didn't want to have a whole bunch of weird rooms coming in here. I wanted to be directly off of the mess hall. So I went with a Teo top B, I believe. It does not allow for anything to come in the side. So the only so I didn't put anything under it. That's how I made this the way it is. There's nothing under it. There's only things on the side of it, and since there's only things on the side of it and it can't enter from the side, I put it on the back of my ship, and voila, like only one entrance, and it's where I want it, right? I'm forcing the entrance to be where I want it with that, right? All right, so we come in here. This is nice, and it's Teo, so it's fucking nice. It's got nice bathroom, nice bed, nice little office and desk area. Fucking navigation console in the back, so if I want to chill out in my barracks, chair, yeah, nice little table. All right, so that's the ship on the inside. Kind of big, like I said. Pretty massive, nice and roomy. All right, so let's go back down, go back in the cockpit, and I'll show you the takeoff. I'm on Mars right this second. This is what it looks like from kind of like an aerial type view. As you can tell, like I said, it's nice, man. Like everything flows, nothing looks weird. Um, Everything looks like it would, be factory design type shit. Like, looks really good, man. I'm really impressed with myself with this. Looks really good. All right, let's do it. And this is what it looks like when I'm flying around. So as you can see, my shield is pretty massive. I don't have maxed out weapons. I could have maxed out weapons, but generally I don't really use them anyway, any higher than what they are, simply because they're pretty fucking powerful. I don't typically need them to be higher than that. I usually put that energy on my engine while I'm in the middle of a firefight, simply because my mobility isn't great. I believe it's like a 75. So it's not great, but I'm still fairly mobile. So keep that in mind. I can do fighter pilot maneuvers in this thing. Okay, so weapon one. Oh, let me get away from people. I don't want to get in trouble. This is not a playthrough. I'm being a bad man. So, all right, so weapon one. This is weapon one. They're on the sides of my ship. Like, they fire faster. This is my least damaging thing, but it's a particle beam weapon. It's called an obliterator. Obliterator auto beam, I believe. And then second weapon is obliterator alpha beam, I want to say. It fires a slower rate, but much more damaging. So together, this is what would happen. And that would only be, that would what I would be firing. Okay, the other one, like I said, are the turrets that you can see them kind of pointing upwards on the very far ends of the top of my ship there, the right and left side. They're kind of pointed up at this awkward angle, and they're just kind of sticking there. Those are my turrets. Once I lock onto somebody, they will just absolutely obliterate them. They're obliterator auto alpha turrets. They're not available at everybody. I'm not exactly sure where those guns are available. I do know that they're available at Nova, and I do know they're available at Stroud. I am not 100% of... I do know that they're not offered at every store. So if you go into a store and you don't see Obliterator, because it'll be at the very bottom of the list. No matter what your skill level is in anything, the very bottom of the weapons list, those obliterators will be. Alright, and let's see. Is there anything else? No, I think that's about it, man. So this is the High Seraph. I could show you a landing, but I mean, it's not really that grand, and it's just lands. But um, I guess I'll just cut it here, and I'll post this, and then you can tell me what you think. And this is the High Seraph right here. And this is basically my masterpiece. I think my favorite ship. I'm probably gonna recreate this in quite a few playthroughs. It's a really cool ship. Deuces.